Hello everyone, welcome on back to Pallegney. Alright, so first things first, I just have the cheese and buffalo mozzarella loaded up from the dairy. I got all the milks and all that put into there. So it should be, producing even more. All of this is at a extremely good price. It must be the high price for both of the products, so I'll just go ahead and sell them. It should be almost $100,000, or if not a little bit more. I certainly can't complain about that. Other than that, we do have the one field that has to be hoed that we planted last time. Then we would have that field there I'm gonna plant. I think that is the goal, at least, of $90,500. Yeah, that's the goal. The series will be slowly kind of ramping down, like I had talked about last time. It will be slowly ramping down, and it'll be replaced with something new. I know I kind of looked last night after recording the last video, and there was some good maps out there, so definitely gonna have to look through them again and again, kind of decide on what I wanna do exactly. But there's definitely some good choices to pick from, though. So it will be a little bit. That is why we're gonna plant that field out there. We're gonna be waiting until July time anyways to sell soybeans, so I matter just plant that field again, soybeans. That's kind of my thought process. I don't think I'll cut the grass again, so whatever is in there for hay is what we have, and then, once they're out, they're out. Actually, I should probably get the slurry. Should be sold as well today. There's 80,000 liters in there, so it's definitely getting fairly full. So I'm gonna go and find that. Is it animals? I think it's animals. Yeah. We'll just get the unrealistic capacity, we'll lease it, we'll sell the slurry that way. It's far better than obviously carrying it with our 7,000 liter tanker that we're using for milk. I don't think you'd want to put slurry in the same tanker too badly. This doesn't seem like that good of an idea to me. Yeah, once that field is planted, that'll be the last field that we will plant. Then we're just waiting on harvest, basically. So we might, skip around a little bit, get to points where, there's multiple harvests to do or something like that. Yeah, I'm definitely, looking through maps. More likely, you could probably add some suggestions if you have any in this video, and I should be able to look at them before I would start that series. Because obviously, I would start it on my end before this series would actually be done. That way I have it ready to go live once these videos are done. So obviously, if there's any good suggestions or anything, put them down below. I'll definitely look at them, whether they would be used right now, that maybe they'll be used in the future, different types of series. I know I looked at one map, and immediately I was like, that would be a good, 1-year challenge-esque map. There's 1 or 2 maps I noticed. I was like, that would probably be pretty good for that. Just as a example, it might not be used in a full series, but I could use it in something like that. But I always do look whenever somebody has a suggestion for a mod or anything. Mod, maps, something to do in the series or something to do different. I'll always listen. I always, at least check it out. It's the least I can do, really. Well, it's 80,500 liters here. Not quite sure what the price is. doesn't really matter too much. Slurry is not worth that much, so I try not to be too concerned about what the max price is when I go to sell it. The only reason I really sell it is because either I sell it or let it get too full. Because it really doesn't make sense on our fields with the double fertilized mod. Because our fields are already double fertilized immediately. It'll probably be a couple grand. Nothing too insane, but 9 grand. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot more than I thought it would be. What's the price of slurry? Is it like a peak price right now? That would be hilarious, honestly. It is actually a really good price. So I honestly sold it at a pretty good time. Alright, well, I think we'll head on back. We can probably grab the hoe. We can work on that field some. The one field that we have to do there. And we'll have the one field to plant. And honestly, depending on how much time we have left, I could probably go to next month and get the other field weeded out as well. The one that we're going to plant today. Alright, so I think I'll probably turn on steering assist for this. Did I do 1 or 2 lines on this for outer edge? I want to say I did 2. Just for turning around on the one on this side right here by the wall. Makes it a lot easier, obviously, when there's 2 passes on the outer edge first. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and start up a time-lapse for this, so I'll text everyone once the time-lapse is done.
Misbehavior, yeah, she love me. I like when she push, but yeah, she shove me. You nudge me in my feet at the ground running. I had a lot to say, but by my tongue, yeah. Ride with me into the night, and I'm always thinking about it all the time. It was a recipe for disaster. It was a recipe for disaster.
Alright, so we're just about done here with the hoeing. Last strip. Then we'll grab the stire. We can grab the planter then. We'll get that filled up with whatever we have. I could probably check if we could sell the liquid fertilizer if it came to that. I know some things you can sell on here, which I was kind of surprised by. That might be something we'll look at. I'm just going to park this over here because I might end up doing that other field over there. It would show in here if we can. Liquid fertilizer, no sell point. And solid fertilizer is the same. Seeds do have one. We have 8,000 liters. No, we don't have 8,000 liters. I always forget this. It's because we supposedly started with a couple thousand liters somewhere, and I can't find them. I can't find them at all. So we have far less than this. Just so we're on the same page there, because I've never been able to find them here. It's like 4,000 liters or 6,000 liters we have somewhere. I don't know where they are. I really don't. I've looked around the main farm a couple of times. As I pass other farms that we, see along the way, I try to check it out. Nothing, so. It's somewhere, just not sure where. Alright, so we'll grab the planter. Or just get it filled up all the way. I think we should be good on seeds. Yeah, that's pretty good for seeds. Would just be fertilizer be the question. You know, how many times I've went by that and it's never popped up the fertilizer. But this time it did. I mean, I'm not mad. It's just like, half the time I'm like, why aren't you popping up? You keep doing the seeds. So we have 3,500 liters of seeds. As far as I know, that's everything that we have. Oh, I'm going to have to move those pallets of eggs soon. I'm not quite sure where we would have any more. But I've definitely looked. I know we started with some, but we've already used that all up. I'm not sure where else we'd have some laying around. But I think it might be similar to the straw. Because it shows we have some straw in here. 70,000 liters. It's sitting next to the BGA. I'm pretty sure that's the straw that we supposedly have. Because we can pick it up. Alright, let's get this backed up in here. Do steering assist. Not that many lines. Should only really need one on the edge. There we go. I was like, give me the far outer edge, please. Well, this is almost a bittersweet moment, really. The last time planting. We could sell the drill if we wanted to. But I'll probably keep it and then I'll sell everything right at the end, like I've always done. Sell any equipment that we acquired during the series. And any fields and stuff that we acquired during the series. Anything we start with, I don't sell. Just stuff that we get during it. It's more so just a way of, alright, in this, you know, how many years, I don't know, 3 years, whatever it's been, how much money have we gotten from this, you know, between equipment and products and everything? How much money have we in total actually made? So it's always interesting because it's a lot more than you think normally. That's what I've always kind of realized, where there's been times where I'm like, oh, it'll be like 2 million, 3 million most. And then I get done selling everything and I'm at like 8 million and I have no clue how this happened. Especially field prices, that usually kicks it up a lot. It's just not something you really think about. It's not something you check in a lot on. You don't look at your field prices. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and start up another time lapse. We'll get this field done nice and quickly, really. It looks like we're making really good time. So we can probably get to doing the hoeing in this field very, very soon as well.
Life. Now I'm in over my head, I need a lifeline. Really had to go to it's a one-man show, and now you're out there running.
Alright, so we're on the very last strip of the soybean planting. Last field that we're going to plant, really. It's almost, like I said, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. Well, I'm thinking we can probably get to next month. We can get this. We did as well. The handful of things I had for us to do today did not take nearly as long as I thought it would. Which is, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It means we're quite efficient. Alright, so I think I'll just get this put into the yard for the time being, and then I'll have to move eggs and stuff, and then we'll just pick up again in the next month. I also want to say, this field here, I'm pretty sure it's potatoes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's potatoes. Double check, but... yeah. I'm pretty sure it's been that the entire series. So I seem to remember pretty early on, like, oh man, I kind of want to buy that, except it's potatoes. And then it wasn't even that long ago, I was like, I kind of want to buy it, but it's potatoes. And it's still potatoes. Unless they're harvesting it and then like replanting it as fully grown immediately, I don't notice, but yeah. Well, I'll pick it back up in February. I'll have to move the eggs, and I might have to feed those chickens over there. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so I got a jar of mustards, cheese, and the 1 pallet buffalo mozzarella loaded up as well. We'll be selling that right away. I notice all that's a fairly good price. Then we'll get to doing the hoeing in that field. I did get the mustard filled back up in the farm cheese production. There's only 100 liters left, so... yeah, this is all best at Kokai Express, so we'll just be selling it right away. Pretty good amount of money again. I mean, we'll be over $800,000. Which, I mean, we don't really have any need to spend any of the money. And obviously, if we're going to slowly be ending things, why would we spend more money? 57 grand. Alright, so we'll just get back and then we'll do the hoeing in this soybean field there. And that'll be the last field that we'll have to do hoeing in or weeding in as well. We're having our last of many things in here. Like I said, it's, you know, in a way it's bittersweet. I've had many good times on this map, and you know, it's done fairly well. But you know, it's time to move on. See what the other maps have to offer. Which there are definitely some really good ones, so we'll see which one I pick, but it's almost tough to pick because there's just so many good options. It's a good problem to have. It really is. Well, I'll finish this off with a quick little time lapse, so I'll talk everyone once the time lapse is done. Well, we are just about done here. Just what, one more strip maybe? Yeah, that's what it looks like. And we'll be done with the hoe as well. We're done with numerous different things after today. Really, I'm not quite sure how many more videos there will be in Pallegney. Obviously, we have basically every field to harvest. I don't think we'll cut the grass again. And we also have a bunch of things to sell, so... if I had to guess... 4? I kind of had to guess and do... let's say we do a couple harvests per, you know, like 2 harvests per video. Then there's going to be some selling in there. Got everything else to sell, land. I would guess right around there. It's hard to say for certain. Oh, we got some air. And honestly, in between this one and the next, I might grab some of the things that we're done with, and maybe I'll bring those to the store, like the tedder, the hoe, the planter, windrow. We started with the mower. Pretty sure we started with the baler as well. Yeah. There's not a ton that we have to sell right now, but... And really, even out of the like tractors and stuff, we'd have the header of the combine, header trailer, and the sire. Because I'm pretty dang sure we started with the Veltra. Then land, obviously, which... There's what, 1, 2, 3 fields? Yeah, I think there's 3 fields that we bought. We'd have this one, this field. I want to say we bought 15. I'll have to double check that one before I get to that point, but... Yeah, well, anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.